I wanted to share my thoughts and experiences with you after returning from the Inspired Business Bali retreat last week. And I've been going to Bali a lot over the years, and I always find it a fascinating place. But this time it really got me reflecting on the topic of authentic and natural selling. And I'll share an experience with you that I had there that brought this theme to life for me. But I mean, most of you, I'm sure, have visited Bali over the years, as most Australians have. And I'm sure that selling conjures up these awful, icky scenarios of lying on the beach on your sun lounge and being harassed by a beach hawker trying to sell you Bali bracelets or a massage or all these things that you don't need. And those beach hawkers can be really, really persistent and relentless and uncomfortable. And it gets to the point where you just don't want to go to the beach because you don't want to be harassed by these people trying to sell you stuff all the time. So I'm not talking about that kind of selling. But what I did experience this time, we stayed further up in the northeast of Bali, which is off the beaten tourist track, which is beautiful. And one afternoon, a girlfriend and I decided we wanted to go and get a pedicure because it's winter in Australia and we had what we call winter feet, and we wanted to go find somewhere to get our toenails done so that we could actually wear thongs and have pretty toenails as you do. And so we hired two scooters and we thought, let's go scouting around and try and find a nail salon. And we had been nestled in the hillside up in Karamas. And so we thought, let's go down to the beach. Surely it's quite touristy down there, but it wasn't at all. It's still a very undeveloped area, which is beautiful because you don't have that sort of pushy touristy feel. And so we were out looking for a place to find and to do our nails, and we drove and drove and couldn't find anywhere, and eventually found this tiny little building that had a sign out the front saying nails. And to cut a very long story short, the girl opened up just for us. She rang a friend who came from Ubud to help us do our nails. And the way that the Balinese are always ready to serve is always just such a lovely thing. Of course, they want the money, they need the money, which is beautiful, but it's the way they make you feel welcome. They go out of their way to provide a service that they know that you want. And so this lovely girl came along from her on her scooter from Ubud, and then the next thing, my girlfriend and I walk out with beautiful shiny toenails. But as we were leaving, one of them handed us our card, and she'd been chatting to us while we were getting our nails done. So she knew that there was a bunch of us staying in villas up in the hills, and she offered me her business card, and it had her name on there, and it said nails and massage. And I said, "Oh, you do massage?" And she said, "Yes." I knew that the girls back at the villa wanted a massage. We hadn't been able to get one because the girl had been booked out. So I said to the girl, "Can you come and do a massage for 5 ladies?" And she said, "Yes, I'll bring a friend." "When?" And I said, "Tomorrow." She said, "Great." So we swapped phone numbers. She got me on WhatsApp, and then we started messaging. And the next thing, she became our local massage therapist for the next 5 days. Sounds very luxurious, I know. But it was the way she just so authentically and naturally sold that really made me wonder why so many people struggle to do that in Australia. She simply, at no point did I feel icky or sold to, or did it feel pushy. She simply was asking me what my needs were, identifying opportunities. And then when she spotted an opportunity, she told me how she could help me with that. And the next thing, she had secured jobs for the next 5 days. And I knew that she had a young baby at home, and this was perfect income for her. So she was so happy. We were so happy because we all got to have our daily massage that we wanted as part of our retreat. So it was a win-win all around. And so many people I work with in Australia talk about how they struggle to sell. But this was just a beautiful example of authentic selling, where if you genuinely seek to understand your client's needs and you genuinely try to find a way to solve those needs, it's a win-win for both sides. And, then it just comes down to those special touches that they always provide, fresh, drinking water when you're working with them, the customer service, selling authentically. It's just such a beautiful Balinese thing when done right. And so as the old Seth Godin quote goes, we don't mind being sold to, we just hate being sold to poorly. So selling is a skill that we all need to learn. It's so essential in business, because if you have a business, you're in the business of selling, right? which I'm sure we've heard a million times, but learning how to do that naturally is a real skill, and it comes down to just genuinely wanting to serve and always listening out for the needs that your client has and identifying opportunities to offer a way that you can help them. So I hope that was helpful. I found it a really interesting experience, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any, please leave me a comment below. Thanks so much. Bye for now.